Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the ballot count for the 2021 to 2024 American Red Cross National Addendum vote. BallotPoint Election Services is the company that's going to be conducting the referendum today. They have successfully and without protest handled the national referendums and surveys for the IBT for almost 6 years now. It's included referendums for airline, UPS, first student, freight, and others. Everyone involved here at the IBT is grateful for their efforts and their work with us. Now I would like to introduce Jason Lopes, our Teamster Healthcare Division at the Public Services Division.
Thanks, Megan. This addendum is a huge leap forward for the Teamsters at the American Red Cross. It was the first negotiated bilaterally with the Red Cross and first that had rank and file members serve on the bargaining committee, both of which made this agreement better. We also now have a common expiration date for both national and local contracts, which will allow us to negotiate even better agreements moving forward through increased collaboration among local unions. I'm excited for what the future holds. With that in mind, I'd like to introduce Public Services Division Director Chuck Hubry.
Thank you, Jason. On behalf of the IBT Public Services Division, I would like to thank everyone who voted in this ratification process, and especially thank our negotiating committee. Their dedication, solidarity, and hard work during this long process led us to getting an excellent national agreement for our members at American Red Cross. I'm honored to work alongside them, and I'd now like to introduce Bob Thompson from BallotPoint. Bob?
Thank you, Chuck. And it's a pleasure to work with you folks again. As in the past, our system, as folks voted, our system grabbed the votes, encrypted them, stored them in encrypted state, so even we as BallotPoint engineers could not see how the vote was going. After today's officiation, then our system will release some checks and balances so that we can actually tabulate those decrypted results. Just some information during the process, there were 22 members added to the roster by their locals during the voting period. There were 324 individuals who requested assistance for new re-credentials during the voting period. Today, we were delivered a list that identified 127 members who should be removed from that list for various reasons, that they became ineligible to have their votes included in the tally. And so of those 127 individuals, 24 votes were set aside that will not be included in the final tally. And so with that said, I'll share my screen and go to the officiation screen and we can view that. Okay, so this is just showing the system time. We'll go to officiate results. Earlier today, Megan had sent me the list of members or the list of witnesses for the form. And Megan, if you'd like to just give me an affirmative that that's correct for you folks, I'll go ahead and continue.
Yes, that's fine. Thanks, Bob.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this step has now released our system so that we can actually tally those votes. So we will now look at the results. Okay, and I will just read through these as we go down the list. The national addendum passed by a 93.6% to 6.4% approximately passage rate, 853 voting yes, 58 voting no, for a total of 911 voting out of an eligible pool of 1416, representing 64.34% of the eligible membership. The tentative agreement for Local 25, 58 voted yes for 93.5%, 4 voted no for 6.5%, total votes 62 out of an eligible 67 for 92.5% turnout for that local. Local 63 manufacturing and reference labs, 47 votes in favor for 90.4%, 5 votes against for 9.6% of 52 total votes out of 96 possible voters for 54.17% participation. Local 63 mobile operators, Pomona and San Diego, 20 voting yes for 83.3%, 4 voting no for 16.7%, for a total 24 votes out of an eligible list of 30, representing 80% participation. Teamsters Local 63 kitting warehouse transportation, 16 voted yes for 88.9%, 2 voted no for 11.1%, for a total 18 votes. 22 in the eligible group, representing 81.2% participation. The agreements for locals 71 and 391 were 20 votes for 68.9%, or actually 69%, 9 against for 31%, for a total votes 29, 47 eligible, representing a 61.7% participation. Agreements for local 170, 21 voted yes for 63.6%, no 12 for 36.4%, for a total of 33 votes, 65 eligible in the group, representing 50.8% participation. Teamsters Local 215, 10 voted yes, representing 100% of the votes. There were 0 votes cast against. The eligibility was 12, or the eligible pool was 12, representing 83.3% participation. For Teamsters Locals 223, 839, and 760, 102 votes yes, representing 91.1%, 10 votes against, representing 8.9%, total votes 112 out of an eligibility of 192, representing 58.3% participation. Local Union 243, apheresis, 7 yes for 100%, 0 no votes, eligible pool of 17, representing 41.2% of the eligible members. Local Union 243 mobile unit assistance and the Great Lakes Blood Services in the Great Lakes Blood Services region, 11 yes, representing 100%, 0 no votes out of a pool of 18, representing 61.1% participation. Local 337, 5 votes in favor for 100%, 0 votes against, 12 eligible members, representing 41.7% turnout. Local 340, 12 votes in favor, representing 92.3% of the votes, 1 vote against, representing 7.7%, 13 votes total out of an eligible pool of 45 members. That represents 28.9% of the membership, of the eligible membership. Tentative agreement between local 388M and American Red Cross. Yes, 28 votes for 93.3% of the vote, 2 against for 6.7%, for total votes of 30 out of an eligible pool of 40 members, representing 75% participation. Local 414, 79 votes for yes, representing 89.8%, 9 votes against, representing 10.2%, total votes 88, eligible 135, participation at 65.2%. Locals 507 DRD, 10 votes in favor, representing all votes cast, 100%, 18 eligible members in that, and representing 55.6% participation. Local 507 collections, yes, 81 votes for 97.6%, no, 2 votes for 2.4%, total votes for 83 out of an eligible pool of 123, representing 67.5% of the members. Local 542, There were 2 yes votes representing 66.7% of the votes, 1 vote against representing 33.3%, total votes 3 eligible in the group 4 representing a 75% turnout. Local 554 Omaha Collections, 2 votes yes representing 3.85%, 50 votes no representing 96.15%, for a total of 52 votes cast out of an eligible pool of 59, representing 88.1% of participation. Local 554 Omaha Apheresis, 2 votes in favor representing 6.1%, 31 votes against representing 94%, or 93.9%. Total votes 33, eligible 34 members representing 97.06% of participation. Local 554 Grand Island North Platte Collections and Apheresis, 1 vote in favor representing 2.6%, 38 votes against representing 97.4%, 39 votes total out of a pool of 46, and that's an 84.8% participation. Local 570, 16 votes in favor representing 84.2%, 3 votes against representing 15.8% for a total of 19 votes cast. There were 46 folks eligible with 40 representing a participation of 41.3%. Local 682, 25 votes in favor representing 96.2%, 1 vote against representing 3.8%, total votes 26, eligible membership 60 representing a 43.3% participation. Local 728, yes, 43 votes representing 95.6%, 2 votes against representing 4.4%, for a total of 45 votes out of an eligible membership of 51, representing 88.2% participation. Local 728 DRD, 20 votes in favor representing 95.24%, 1 vote against representing 4.76%, for a total of 21 votes out of an eligible membership of 26, representing 80.77% participation. Local 783 had 1 vote in favor, no votes against, and they had 1 member in that group, so 100% turnout. Tentative agreement between the Teamsters Local 795 and American Red Cross, 20 votes in favor representing 95.2%, 1 vote against representing 4.8%, 21 votes total out of an eligible pool of 50, representing 42% participation. For Teamsters Local 886, yes, 10 votes in favor for 100%. No, there was no votes against out of an eligible pool of 15, and that represented 66.7% participation. And the agreement for Local 929, 50 votes in favor representing 96.2%, 2 votes against representing 3.9%, and out of total 52, that total 52 votes out of an eligible pool of 85, and that represents 61.18% participation. And then, as indicated earlier, total participation across the total is 64.5% participation, and there were 24 ballots declared void because of those 127 members that we removed, and so those ballots were set aside and not included in the tally. Okay. Are there any questions? Okay, hearing none, I would like to turn this back over to Jason.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank
We
you.
exceeded turnout from the last national agreement from 4 years ago, which I think is a reflection of the fact that enthusiasm for our union is growing at the Red Cross. The pandemic has shown all of us just how invaluable healthcare workers are, and this now ratified agreement reflects that. It has been an honor and a pleasure to bargain on your behalf. Teamsters are who literally lifesavers out there. I look forward to working with you again in the not so distant future, and I'd like to hand the floor back to Megan.
The results will be posted online at teamsters.org, and we will be putting the video of this call up on the website as soon as we can arrange that. We will get the results up on the website within the next hour. However, thank you very much for joining our call.